You're live.
Hi everyone, this is Emily. I'm here with you today for your Bodylastics exercise stability ball workout. Today all you're going to need is your stability ball, and it should be sized perfectly for you, and a mat. If you have a mat, no equipment is needed. This is going to be a full body beginner to intermediate workout. I'm going to give you guys modifications as you need them, and if you want to take it up a notch, I'll show you how to do that as well. So it's rolling away from me. I didn't want to sit down. All right, so all you need to do is place your ball behind you. It's going to roll, so don't sit on it, but I want it behind you as a kind of a guide. You're going to start out with your warm-up with your feet hip width apart, and you're going to go into squats. You're just going to tap the ball and come up, down, and up, making sure your knees are forward, spine is tall. Stick your booty back, so once you reach for that ball, again, don't sit on it because it will roll away, and you don't want to fall down. Keeping the knees over the ankles, making sure, looking down occasionally, making sure they don't pass the toes. Down and up. Good, keep going. Working through those muscles, getting nice and warm. Watch your knees, driving the knees open as you squat down. See, it rolled away. 4 more. We're gonna add a rotation. 3, we're gonna slow it down. 2, and 1. So you're gonna squat down, so you're gonna squat, rotate, twist, squat, rotate, twist. Again, the ball is just kind of a guide to make sure you're going low enough. Down, hips stay forward, rotate. Exhale, twist. Always exhale on your twists. And over. Over. Perfect. Keep going. So one thing I like to think about is as I'm going forward, I drive my hip that I'm twisting towards to the front. That way I know I'm not opening my hip, but I'm rotating through the spine. 4 more. 3, 2, we're going to add a knee lift. So same thing, and then twist, bring that knee up. Squat down, twist, knee up. Notice my elbows are staying about shoulder height. I'm bringing my knee up towards my elbow. Down and up, twist, and twist. Exhaling every time, getting through those obliques. Nice stretch for the hamstrings. Exhale. Almost there. Getting your heart rate up there. 4 more. I'm laughing because my ball just totally went away. 2 more. And 1. Good. Bring those feet hip width apart. We're going to work through the hamstrings a little bit because we are going to do some deadlifts. So keeping the knees soft, just reach down towards the toes and pull back up. Down and up. And you'll notice that I'm very flexible. If you are feeling some tightness in the hamstrings, you can stop right here, right at your knees. You don't have to go down all the way. We're getting the stretch right here in the hamstrings, right where your glutes and your hamstrings meet. You might feel a bit in the back of your knees too. It's perfectly okay. Just getting a nice stretch, but notice how my spine stays tall. So straight line from the top of my head to my tailbone. Think of pulling the shoulders open. Retract the shoulders back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. We're going to move that ball out of the way. We're just going to go into some quadricep stretches. So just pull the heel up towards, there you go, up towards the glutes. If you don't have the flexibility to bring your heel all the way up, just kind of pull the knee, or the knee up, really. Your heel towards your hips, pull up. If you need to use a counter or a friend for balance, you can. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Good. So you should be nice and warmed up, nice and stretched out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our ball. So we're actually not going to sit on it yet. We're going to hold it. These little guys actually weigh usually around 2 pounds-ish, sometimes a little bit more. So we're going to use this as a weight. You're going to grab it. I like to use the little circles as a guide point of where the center of the ball is. You're going to keep your feet hip width apart, toes front to back. The ball is going to stay in front of you. We're just going to hold it here away from your body. You're going to squat down and up, down and up. Perfect, down. Weights in your heels. Now we just did those squats to warm up, right? Try to use muscle memory to know how low you need to go. Of course, always want to honor your knees, but we want to go low as we can, getting close to parallel as we can. If you're unsure, you can also grab a chair and put it behind you and tap your hips down onto the chair, which is a good indicator as well. Balls in front of you, belly button in, your core is tight. Always think belly button into your spine. Down and up. 10 more. 9. We're gonna add some more shoulders. 8. Good. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Give yourself a little rest. We're going to bring the ball a little bit closer. Shift your hands so they're a little closer to you. Kind of reach them up the ball. And we're going to bring the ball close to our chest. Going back into the squats again. We're going to press overhead. And I want you to go ahead and lift up as high as you can, keeping the ball directly over your head or slightly in front. So you don't want it to come behind you, right in front of you. So you're going to bring it down to a squat and press up. Down and up. Again, going as low as you can without dropping below the knees. I like to use my elbows as an indicator. So my elbows kind of tap my knees, and that's how I know I go low enough. Again, you can use a chair. And I'm a little more flexible. I've been doing this a long time. If you're a beginner, don't worry about getting as low. Do what you can. Down and up. And press. 10 more. Inhale, exhale, down and up. So you're going to start feeling this in your shoulders. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Down and up. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and set the ball away for a second just because I want to show you some form. But over here so it doesn't roll away. Okay, so we're going to go into forward lunges. You're going to want to step forward with your heel, toe comes down. Nice wide stance. Those toes in the back come off, toes in the back. Heel comes off, toes stay down. You're going to drop down. It's a 90-degree bend in your front knee as well as in your back knee. So you want to be careful that you're not here. You can even be a little bit wider if you want. I'm okay with that. But depending on the flexibility in your back leg and your quadriceps, but making sure you're at that 90 degrees and you're centered. So weight's equal in both feet. And then you're going to push off. Your heel's the last thing to come off. So heel down, peel off, okay? So we're going to grab that ball again. We're going to hold it over our head. So we're here. You're going to reach forward, big step forward, and then press back. Alternating sides, down and up. Now, if you're not comfortable with the alternating feet or even the pushing back and front, you can stay on one leg, and I'll tell you when to switch. So you just stay stationary, going down and up in the same position. Step forward and back. So if you're stationary, go ahead and switch your legs right now. Down. Perfect. Shoulders pulling down away from your ears. Don't let them creep up there. Biceps are tight towards the ears. I got squeaky shoes. Yes, I will show stationary. So we're going to come center. We only have 4 more, so this is stationary. 3, 2, and 1, and then you would just push off the same way. All right, give your arms a rest real quick. Again, you're going to start feeling this a little bit in your shoulders, so shake it out. We're going to go into a reverse lunge this time. So I'm going to show you that. You're going to step backwards into that same position. Don't fall down. And you're going to drop your back knee towards the floor and then push back up. So again, if you want to stay stationary, you're just down and up. You can absolutely do that, okay? Because having that ball in your hands can be a little bit nerve-wracking for some people, especially if they're just starting working out. It's throwing off your balance a little bit, right? So, keeping the ball in front of you. You're going to step back with your right foot, drop the heel down, and then switch other side, down and up. We're going to do 10 like this, and we're going to add a twist. And back and up, good. Staying tall, notice my arms are tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, core is tight, and 10. Now we're going to add the twist. So we're going to step back, twist over the front leg. So it's a rotation, and then up. Step back, front leg, and up. If you do it the other way, it's really not that big of a deal. Just, it's easier to balance if you go towards your bent knee. And it also gives a little bit more of an oblique twist, which we're going for here. Twist it over and up. Notice I've slowed down my pace because I want to make sure I'm in that lunge before I twist. Come center and up. Back, twist, center, up. Perfect. Back, twist, center, up. Back, twist, last 3. Step back, twist, center, up. Here's 2, twist, center, up. One more time. Back, twist, center, up. Good. Place the ball down. Roll the shoulders out again. You're going to feel this in your shoulders, maybe in your chest a little bit from holding that ball there. And that's completely normal. That's what we're going for. All right, we're going to do one more round of that without stopping for our second round. So you're going to grab that ball again, out wide. Ball's in front of you. Might add in a little extra if you want. So going into squats, down and up, down and up. If you want a little more, saying, okay, I've got this. I want a little more of a challenge. I'm going to have you press the ball away from you as you squat and pull it back in. Down and up. Press and lift. Keeping the hands in front of your shoulders. Go ahead and squeeze that ball. Get that chest involved. Weights in your heels. Lift your toes up off the ground. When you start to reach forward, sometimes your whole body shifts forward. So really push away. Hips back, chest forward. Hands away from the chest. 3 more. 2. And 1, right into it. So here we go. We're going to press up, squat, and up, down, and up. Squeeze again. Really squeeze with those hands. Keeping the arms up, sitting back, knees over the ankles, toes slightly off the ground. Core is tight. If you need to put the ball down for a second, give those arms a rest, you can. It really gets kind of heavy, doesn't it? Down and up. 8, 7, 6. Almost there. Don't put the ball on your head. I can see you. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring the hands down. Readjust. We're going into the alternating lunge with the arms. We're going to press them overhead as we step forward. Do you think we can do this? So we're here. Step forward. Bring it back in. Other side. We're going to do 10 like this. And lift. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. Big step. 8. Watch your knees. 9. 10 more. We're going to keep the ball overhead. Ready? 10. Perfect. Belly button in. Tuck the hips under as you pull back. Squeeze tight. Good. 6 more. I'm laughing at my shoes. 4, 3, 2. We're going to bring that ball into our chest. Stepping back, reverse lunge. Take it back and up, back and up. So this is single counts all the way back, all the way up. That front knee is what I'm looking at right here. Your weight stays in that front leg. Your knee is over your ankle. 4. I lied, this is 4 right here. 4, 3. We're going to slow it down and add that twist. 1 more on the side. Ready? Step back. Lunge. Twist. Center. Up. Back. Lunge. Twist. Center. Up. Good. Big step back. Make sure your heel is coming off the ground in the back. So you don't want to rotate the hips in to let your inner foot hit the floor. So you're balancing on those back toes. If you're feeling uncomfortable with this, again, you can actually do it without the ball. Or just take a smaller step back. Don't go as low. Or you can stay stationary. And up. 2 more. Down. Twist. Center. Up. Last one. Back. Twist. Center. And breathe. Okay, great. So we're going to go ahead. If you need a drink, grab one. We're going to go into some single leg work here. So we're going to put our ball, which way do we want to? I'll start with this leg first. Start with, I'm personally starting with my weaker side, so that when I get to the other side, it feels easy, right? So I'm starting with my weaker side, but go ahead and go if you feel more comfortable and you want to do it with your stronger side to give yourself some confidence, go ahead. I like to do it with the weaker side, that way it's just done with. All right, so you're going to keep the knee bent. We're gonna have our toes facing front. We are gonna have our hands in front of us. So just like when we do deadlifts with a weight, or if you actually have a weight, you could use one, but we're gonna do without. You're gonna hinge forward, this knee is soft. You're gonna reach down to your toes, lift back up, just like we did in the warm-up. Taking it down and up. Your hips staying lined up over your ankle. There's a slight bend in that knee. Down and up. Squeeze tight, down and lift. Just like the warm-up, except we're using just that one leg, just the base leg, so your opposite leg is gently resting on that ball. If it feels like it's rolling away, you can place it against a wall if you like. You should have the wall on that side. But using this leg freestanding engages the core a little bit and your thigh, makes it a little bit harder. 3 more. And again, you don't have to touch the ground. I'm flexible, right? 2 more. Good. Last one. All right. We're here. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can keep the knee on the ball, or you can step away from the ball, put the foot on the ball. So I'm going to show you both ways. So we're going to start here. You're going to push your leg away and go into a squat and up. Slide it out and up. Watching this leg here. A little more advanced, you have a straight leg. And you need to be a little bit more flexible to do a straight leg. Down and up. What it does is puts all the pressure in that standing leg. Down and up. Ready? Go. 20 of them. Down and lift. Down and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Making sure you're lined up on this side of the body. Heel to shoulder. Head is high. Find a fixed point somewhere on the floor to look at. 10 more. 9, 8, 7. It might roll away. Pull it back in. 6, 5, 4. You notice I have to look at the floor. 3 more. 2 and 1. Awesome job. Come on, shake it out. Go ahead and shake out that standing leg. If you need to do a quick stretch, quadricep stretch. Go ahead and place the heel in front. Lean forward, get the hamstring stretch. You're going to need it to go to the other side. So just roll it over. Get your balance. Gently resting the opposite leg up on the ball. Feet front to back. So toes front, heels back. So you have a straight line in your foot, lining up the leg, the hip over the ankle. Soften the knee. Deadlifts. Down and up. Down and squeeze. Down and lift. Exhaling as you lift. And breathe. All the way down, and you notice I'm kind of looking forward. That's so I don't lose my balance. I suggest you do the same, kind of find a spot on the floor that you can stare at that does not move, because if it moves, you will go with it. So don't look at the cat, dog, baby, whatever. Your friend that's working out with you and falling down, don't look at them either. 2 more. Last one, down and up. Good, now we're going to the single leg squats. Again, you can do it with a bent knee, and you're just going down and up. All the weight is in your base leg. Or you can go a little more advanced, where the leg is straight. Now, when I say straight, it's not completely locked out straight. It's just extended. So watch that knee. Taking it down and up. We have 20 of them. Weight is still in the heel. Looking down, I should be able to see my big toe. And actually taking your arm down just like that is a good way to check. So if you're in front of your foot, you need to shift your weight back. If you're finding that's too difficult to shift your weight back, bend your knee again, or just don't go as low. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, sit back, 3, core tight, whoop, don't fall down, last one, and up. Perfect. We're going to take it back to the other side for one more set. We're going to move through it again just like last time, a little more fluidly, and I'm going to add one more exercise. So we're going to do 3 on this side. So taking it back into your deadlift, again, gently resting the leg, belly button in, stand up tall. You're hinging at the hips, not at your back, so stick your booty out. Down and up, micro bend in that knee, down and up. Good. Weights in your heels, down, shoulders back, chest high. So if you find you're rounding your back, you can stop right here. You don't have to go as low. You can stop right there at the knee. Breathe. Pull that core in. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I'm going to add the second exercise in here just because we've already got our body where it needs to be. So you can put one hand to the same, your right arm, right leg is on the ball, right arm behind your head. You're going to reach down to the side and lift, just kind of squeezing some obliques in there since we're already in this position. Down and up. So you're reaching directly sideways, down and up. All your weight is in that base leg. Don't lean over too far. So you really want to think about keeping your hips over your ankles. If you lean over too far, you'll fall down. 10 more. Squeeze. You're going to feel it both sides of your obliques. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Now you can go into your squats with the leg bent, or you can take the leg back out straight. Again, slight bend in the knee. All the weight's in the base leg or in your left leg. Squat down and up. And if you're comfortable, I'm going to go ahead and add suggestions to make this harder. You can hold a weight during any of these 3 exercises that we just did. Starting light, if you've never done it before. We count and think at the same time. So 5 pounds maybe in each hand. Make sure it's in both hands because it helps keep your balance. And then work your way up from there. 5 more. So you would hold the weights down in front of you if you have your weights. I lost count. How did I do that? Only 3 more? 2 and 1. All right, switch. Other side. Squats. Knee up on the ball. Feet straight, front to back, belly button in. Shift those hips back, down and up. Down and up. Tuck the hips under, squeeze. Make sure you're squeezing at the top. You're not just kind of like lazily pulling up there. You want to up, tuck, and squeeze. Really getting every muscle fiber in the back of those legs engaged. Down and up. Down, squeeze. Keep going. 8, squeeze. 7, 6, 5, don't lean in that ball, it will roll away. 3, 2, last one, going in those obliques, so reaching down to the side and lift. So if you have the weights, decided you want to opt for weights in our second round here, you're going to hold one weight in each hand, bending sideways. Squeeze, extend, exhale, inhale. All the weight is in that right leg. You're just balancing on that ball. So if I were to take the ball away, you shouldn't fall down, right? If you're working out with a friend, test them. See if you can push the ball away. No, don't do that. 10. That would be mean. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, last one. I'm going right into those squats. Perfect. Go ahead and extend the leg out. Rest the ball on the inside of the foot. Down and up. Down and lift. Shift the hips back. Perfect. Down and up. If you're feeling it in the inner thigh of this leg, it could be 2 things. It could be that you're stretching it or you're pushing too hard into the ball. So kind of be conscious of what your muscles are doing. If you feel like you're pressing into the ball and trying to use that leg to press up, let off the ball a little bit or bend the knee. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Come up off that ball. Let's give it a quick stretch again, grabbing the ankle, tucking the knees together, tuck the hips under. If this bothers your knees to do it this way, you can also lay on the floor on your belly and pull your heel back. That's another way to stretch out your quadriceps. Place the foot in front, flex forward, reach down for your toes. You can be here. Extend the spine, so I want tall spine, chest open. Good, roll up. Let's do the other side real quick. Notice I'm using my ball for balance. You can do that. You can use countertop too. Breathe, exhale, tuck it under. Good. Release, reach forward. All right, come on up. We're gonna get into a little bit of upper body work and some core, and you guys will be about done. So, to modify this, you may wanna push your ball back so you can put your feet up against the wall. I'm gonna do it without the wall, but if you find that you're falling off and you feel unstable, then please use the wall. You're gonna come down. The easiest way to do it is to come down on your knees, start from a low point, and then push yourself forward. So my feet would be back against the wall if I was using a wall. You wanna make sure you have the soft part of your belly. So from your hips to your ribs is over top of the center of the ball, as that's where you wanna start. You're gonna plant your toes into the floor, pressing through your heels. So it's an extended leg, tall leg. You are bent slightly at your hips. Your hands are gonna come behind your head, and you're gonna do back raises. So you're gonna lift up and down, lift and down. Exhale, squeeze. So you're using your spine to lift. You're rounding your spine and lifting. By bending in the hips, you're taking the hamstrings out of it and the glutes out of it. And it's a very small lift. So straight line from the top of the head to the tailbone. Little tiny muscles, they might be fatigued already. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, release. Just let yourself hang over the ball. This is the best part. So just let everything hang. Let gravity pull you down. Let your head pull down. Let your knees fall down. And you'll notice that I'm not turning to look at you guys a lot while I'm doing these lifts because I don't want to turn my spine as I'm lifting it. All right, coming back in that same position, we're gonna do one more set. So plant those feet down, drive through the heels, extend the legs. So you wanna tighten your quadriceps to get the knees straightened. Hips are bent at the hip, extended spine. Round the spine, it's upper spine, so you're feeling it right here, and lift. Inhale and exhale, and exhale. Good, elbows are wide. If you're finding it's too much, you can also modify, bring the hands down to the floor. Don't push into your hands, but take some weight off. You can also crisscross in front. 3 more, 2, and 1. Good, round the spine. Let the head become heavy. Hang out right here for just a second. Perfect, all right, come on back. Rest for a moment, we're gonna go back onto the ball, but I know that sometimes sitting on the ball in your belly like that for a while, it can make you feel a little woozy when you're first getting used to the ball. Just try to remind yourself to keep your core tight, engage your core, engage your abdominal muscles, and that'll help support yourself on top of the ball instead of sinking into the ball. So just kind of be aware of that, and also don't eat a big meal before. That helps too. All right, so same thing, we're gonna push onto the ball, but we're gonna push all the way forward into the weight, put our weight into our hands. So again, if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable with this, take your hands wider. You can also use maybe a weight on either side of your ball that'll help support it, or you can have a friend hold the ball for you. There's another way to do it, because this one you cannot use the wall. So you're gonna bring your weight all the way into your hands. So just like in a plank position on the floor, your hands are below your shoulders. You're pressing strong into those hands, and now my legs are loose. Same thing, let me adjust here for a moment, making sure that the ball is at the bend of your body. So now your hips are at the top of the ball. You're going to lift your legs up and lower. So now we're using our glutes and our lower back. So you're gonna feel it all the way from the top of the glute, right here to the bottom. See if I don't fall down, there we go, and lift. And this one I can look at you, but notice keeping a tall, straight spine, head straight line to the tailbone, lift it up and lower. 10 more, squeeze. 9, 8, good. 7, 6, press strong in those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest, let your back round. And while I'm here, if you're finding that your arms are like this already, push yourself forward, be brave, don't worry, it'll be okay. You have the ball to support you, so making sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. We're gonna do another set, but this time we're gonna add a heel tap. So we're gonna come back out, shoulders are lined up over our wrists, press strong in the arms. Hold yourself there. Again, if you need a friend to help you hold your ball, you can. And we're gonna lift up, tap the heels, and down. Lift, tap and squeeze, and down. So what we've done, it just made it a little bit harder, incorporated a little more of the inner thighs. Lift and squeeze. Keeping the head neutral. You notice I'm looking down again mostly because I want to keep my spine tall. Top of the head to the tailbone is a straight line. Yes, you will feel this one a little bit in your lower back, and it's okay because we're working that muscle. Here's 5 more. 4. Squeeze at the top, freeze. 2 and 1. Good. Round the spine. Let everything just kind of hang down. Push back onto your knees. Push into the ball to come up. Perfect. We're going to take it around the other side. We're almost done. So we're going to come on top of the ball this time. You're going to come down slowly. Make sure the ball is there. So put your hand on the ball, please. Reach down to sit. So this is your first time sitting on the ball. This is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable for you. You're going to feel a little wobbly. The wider your stance, the more secure you're going to feel. The more you'll be able to assist yourself. The closer the feet, the harder it's going to be. All right, so kind of be aware there. Again, if you want to be near a wall or piece of furniture, so if you need to grab onto something because you feel like you're wobbly, that's completely okay. You're going to walk down until you feel your waistband connect to the ball. So not very far. You're from your bottom of your pelvis to your waistband. Your belly button's in. You're going to arch your back. Now be aware. I don't want you to go all the way. It feels good, yes, but I don't want you to go all the way back. So we're going to stay with our shoulders off the ball. You're going to exhale, lifting up, bringing your hips and your ribs together and down. Lift and down. I'm going to do a couple like this, and I'm going to show you what to look out for. So you're just doing regular crunches, bringing the ribs to the hips and lower. Your fingertips are gently resting behind your ears. Your elbows are wide. Now what's going to happen is you're going to push into your heels. And I see this a lot where it ends up being kind of like a little rocky motion. You want to avoid that, so nothing should be moving below the waistband. I also see too, which I have a hard time doing, let me see if I can do it, where the pelvis kind of does this dealy, where it arches and then comes up, and a glute squeeze ends up happening. Be aware of that as well. Keep going. We have 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your hips drop towards your knees. If you need to walk your feet away, you can. And now you can stretch over the ball. So unless you're flexible, I don't suggest you drape back over the ball all the way because it can bother your spine. So just lean forward and then slightly arch. Push those feet back, walk your feet back. Coming back in that same position, we're going to add oblique twist. So you're going to bring your ribs towards your hips, elbows stay wide. You're going to rotate over and back. So think of the left elbow being connected to the floor. Exhale as you twist, and you don't want it to leave the floor. All the way over. Exhale. Making sure that you keep this equal space between the chin and the chest. 10 more. 9. Shoulders over. 5 more on this side. We get to stretch. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just like last time, drop the hips, walk the feet away, and then reach over, opening up the ribs away from the hips, letting them stretch out. And then one more time, walking back, walk those feet back, hands behind the head. We're almost there. Exhale, twist over the other way. So lock the right elbow down into the floor, our imaginary floor, and twist over. So you're really leading with the shoulder towards that hip. Same rule applies. The only part that should be moving is above the waist, so above your belly button. Your hips stay stationary. So you almost have to push into that right foot a little bit to remind yourself to rock the hip forward. All over. Here's 10, 9, 8, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, last one. Fantastic. Walk those hips down again, stretch, opening up the abs. Good, and then placing the hands down or on your legs, walk yourself back up into a sitting position. Sitting up tall, and we get to stretch. So we're gonna go ahead and bend your right leg, left leg forward, and reach forward towards your toes. We're gonna stretch right here on the ball. You can also do these stretches sitting in a chair or on the floor if you feel a little bit wobbly on the ball. And then pull that toe up, chest down, getting a little more behind the knees and then the hamstrings. Good, round up. We're gonna take that leg open and you're gonna reach down to the side. So your shoulders are open, you're reaching down sideways, ribs towards the legs. If you want to, you can take that arm over, get a little more of a side bend, stretch, reach over. Good, coming up. And then adjust, switching sides, inhale up, exhale forward, pointed toe first. So you might feel the stretch in your lower back too, that's fantastic. Just let it stretch. And then flex the heel, bring it deeper into the hamstrings, more behind the knees. And then push into the heel, round up, take the leg open, reach down that leg. So you're pushing into your hip, don't lean all the way down. You want to keep everything lined up on top of the ball. And if you want extra stretch, bring the arm over. And then come on up. Inhale up. And if this is your first time on the ball and you feel like you're all over the place, don't worry about it. Just try it again tomorrow. Do what you can. The more you're on the ball. Even if you just sit on the ball throughout your day, you'll become more confident on the ball and you'll learn to find your center of gravity and you'll be able to get through this workout more. Other than that, just stick with it and I'll see you next time.